Hello students, let's go for one more topic in the chapter electrostatic field and capacitance. The topic is potential energy of a dipole in an external field. Okay, so what is the concept here? The concept is we have to find the potential energy. Whose potential energy we have to find? Now we are having a dipole. You already learnt what a dipole is, and here one more thing is given here, that it is present in an external field. Okay, about external field we have already discussed in the last video. So here is the diagram. Please see, here the electric field is uniform. Okay, electric field is uniform. We have two charges. One, the system is a dipole. First charge is q1 is the first charge, which is positive charge. And what is the position vector? The position vector is r1. Second charge is q2, that is minus q. And what is the position vector? It is r2. And we know that the distance between the two charges is taken to be 2a. We have drawn a x-axis here and a y-axis here. So here the meeting point of x and y-axis is the center of the dipole. Now from the center of the dipole, each charge is at a distance of a. The total distance is 2a. So from the center of the dipole, plus q charge is at a distance of a and minus q charge is also at the distance of a. Now this dipole is making an angle theta with x-axis. Okay, let's see. Here electric field is uniform, this is understood, and the net force here is 0. That is, here we are having the positive charge, so force equal to F equal to Q into E. Q into E for the positive charge along the direction of uniform electric field, and here also for the minus charge, negative charge, it is Q into E opposite to the direction of electric field. So the net force is Q into E minus Q into E, that is 0. Net force is 0, but the system experiences a torque. Okay, torque tau vector. And what is the tau vector? We have already discussed, that is tau vector equal to P cross E. P vector cross E vector. And what is this nature of the torque? The nature of the torque tau is to rotate. Now the system will be rotating. Okay, when it will rotate? Till it is parallel. See, this is the electric field. This is, for example, if this is the dipole. Okay, if it is parallel to the electric field, it will not rotate, or if it is anti-parallel to the electric field, it will not rotate. So the system will rotate till it attains the position that is parallel to the electric field or anti-parallel to the electric field. Now up to here it is understood. Okay, this is the electric field. Now what we'll do, we will apply external torque to the system. Now there is a torque in the system. Okay, what is the nature of the torque? The torque will rotate the system. Now what we will do, we will apply external torque so that the external torque will cancel out the torque of the system. Okay, so we will apply the external torque on the system. Why we are applying external torque? We are applying external torque to rotate it more. Okay, to make further rotation. So we will apply the external torque so such that it will neutralize the torque of the system. The system is already having some torque, but the external torque will neutralize the torque of the system. What is the torque? That we have taken as tau external. Okay, and what is the torque of the system? The torque of the system equal to P cross E. Now this tau external rotates the system from angle theta 0 to theta 1. We have taken that when we will apply the torque, external torque, now the system will be rotated from some angle to the final angle. What is the initial angle we have taken? From theta 0 to final angle theta 1. Now we will calculate the work done by the torque. So what will be the work done by the external torque? We know the formula, work done equal to force into displacement, but here the system is rotational system. So for rotational system, the force will be replaced by tau and the displacement will be replaced by d theta. So we can write the work done by the external torque, that is W equal to tau d theta. Okay, now if you want to find the total work done, what we'll do, we'll integrate this tau d theta. So from where to where we'll integrate? We'll integrate from initial angle theta 0 to theta 1, that is integration theta 0 to theta 1. Tau is here, tau external, this tau depends on theta. So we have written tau external theta, which is a function of theta, and d theta. This we will integrate. Now what is the value of tau external? The value of tau external is tau equal to P cross E or Pe sin theta. So in place of tau external we have written Pe sin theta and d theta. So if we will integrate, what will happen? Pe is a constant, it will come out. So integration of sin theta d theta equal to minus cos theta. Now what is the limit? We will apply the limit here, that is from theta 0 to theta 1. Okay, so minus, take outside, Pe cos theta 1 upper limit minus lower limit cos theta 0. If we will arrange it properly, we will get W equal to work done equal to this minus symbol I have taken inside, so it is Pe. Okay, minus it will be plus cos theta 0 minus cos theta 1. Let it be equation number 1. So this is work done by the external torque. Now what is this signifies? This signifies that this work done is stored in the form of potential energy of the system, and the symbol for potential energy is capital U. Okay, here the potential energy or the work done or the symbol U, which we will be using here, it depends on the theta. You see theta, and it depends on cos theta. So we can write U, that is potential energy, is a function of theta. Here work done, which is the potential energy, is a function of theta. As U of theta depends on cosine of theta, see here it depends on cos of the angle theta. So U theta will be 0. At what point it will be 0? If we'll start from the initial, that cos, we know that cos pi by 2 equal to 0. So if we'll start from angle pi by 2, if we'll take the theta 0 equal to pi by 2, then cos pi by 2 will be 0. So the term becomes, you see here, U theta, that is the potential energy, equal to, here we'll put, in place of theta 0 we'll put pi by 2. Theta 0 is initial and theta 1 is the final position, and for the final position we have taken the angle to be theta. So we will get U theta equal to Pe cos pi by 2, put in this equation number 1, pi by 2 minus cos theta, which is equal to, cos pi by 2 we know it is equal to 0. So Pe 0 minus cos theta, so it is minus Pe cos theta, and we know that Pe cos theta, it is the dot product of two vectors, that is P and E. So we can write U is a function of theta equal to minus of P vector dot E vector. Let it be equation number 2. We already learned that what is the formula for potential energy of a system of two charges in an external field. Yesterday I shared one video with you, please watch it. There I have explained what is the potential energy of a system of two charges in an external field. The formula is Q1 V R1 plus Q2 V R2 plus Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12. Here I will explain a little bit here. So Q1, the position vector is R1 here. For Q2 the position vector is R2, and R12 is the distance between the two charges. Now what is the, we'll relate it with the recent situation. What is the situation here? Here we have Q1 equal to plus Q, Q2 equal to minus Q. It is a dipole, and what is the distance? R12 here. R12 is the distance between the two charges, and here it is equal to 2a. So in this formula we'll put these values. So putting the above equation for potential energy, what will get? Potential energy U dash theta, what will get? In place of Q1 you put plus Q, so it is Q V R1. In place of Q2 you put minus Q, so it is minus Q V R2. Now Q1, so Q in place of Q2 minus Q, 4 pi epsilon naught, it is a constant. In place of R12 you put 2a. So our expression became U dash theta equal to, from here we can take Q common, so Q in the bracket V R1 minus V R2, then here it is plus into minus minus Q square by 4 pi epsilon naught 2a. Let it be equation number 4. Now we will analyze this equation. It is the final expression. This is very important. Analyze equation number 4. Now we already know that V equal to W by Q. In the last video I told you how to remember this formula. It is easy. So V equal to W by Q, or work done equal to Q into V. Q into V. What is Q here? Q is the charge which is moved from infinity to that point. And what is V? V is the change in potential. So in the last equation, what is the change in potential? The change in potential is, we have written as VR1 minus VR2. See here we have written VR1 minus VR2. What is the meaning of this? The meaning of this term is, it is the change in potential. Here you need to know one more formula, that is E equal to minus dV by dx. What is E? E is the electric field. Electric field is equal to negative of potential gradient. Already you have learned about velocity gradient. What is the meaning of velocity gradient? Velocity divided by length. Okay, so anything divided by length is called its gradient. So here we are dividing potential. V is the potential. Okay, dx is the distance. So we are dividing the potential with the distance. So the term is used here is potential gradient. So electric field is the negative of potential gradient. Or we can write E equal to minus of V is the potential, D is the distance. E equal to minus V by D. This is the relation between electric field, potential and the distance. So from here we can write V equal to minus of E into D. Here also students, you can always make the formulas for physics easy. Otherwise there are n number of formulas and you'll be feeling it difficult to remember. So here you can write V, which is the potential, equal to electric field into D. D is the distance. We can easily remember it as VED. V-E-D. Okay, I have mentioned here VED. VED already you know, it is a Hindi term. So if you will read Ved and Upanishad, your negative energies will be removed. So here Ved, in this formula you apply a negative sign. So remember V equal to ED, that is Ved. So here D is the perpendicular distance between the two forces. The two forces, already I have drawn the picture here again. So two forces are QE, and here it is also QE in opposite direction. The two forces are, and perpendicular distance between the two forces. We have one force here, one force here. What is the perpendicular distance? This is the perpendicular distance. How to find this perpendicular distance? It is from trigonometry we can find. This angle is theta. This will be a cos theta. This is also a cos theta. So the total distance is 2a cos theta. From here to here the total distance is 2a cos theta. So we can write this change in potential, or V equal to minus of E. In this formula we can write minus of E, and in place of D, D is the perpendicular distance. What we got? 2a cos theta. 2a cos theta. Let it be equation number 5. Now put equation number 5 in equation number 4. What is equation number 4? Yes, this is our equation number 4. Here in place of VR1 minus VR2, we'll put the formula for change in potential. So for easy understanding, I have already written the formula for you. That is equation number 4 I have mentioned. U dash theta equal to Q VR1 minus VR2. In place of VR1 minus VR2, which is the change in potential, we'll put minus 2EA cos theta. So my equation becomes Q, I have written Q, VR1 minus VR2. In place of this, change in potential equal to minus E2A cos theta. So here I have mentioned minus E2A cos theta. Now what is the second term? Q square minus Q square by 4 pi epsilon naught 2A, which becomes, we'll arrange a little bit. So Q into 2A E cos theta minus Q square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught 2A. And what is Q into 2A? Q into 2A, that is magnitude of the charge multiplied by the perpendicular distance, or the distance between the two charges. That will give you as the P. So it is P vector and cos theta, P E cos theta. So I have written already here P dot E minus P dot E minus Q square by 4 pi epsilon naught 2A. Let it be equation number 6. Now we will compare equation number 2 and equation number 6. What is equation number 2? Let's see. Yes, this is our equation number 2. Equation number 2 gives us potential energy at an angle theta equal to minus of P vector dot E vector. And what we got here? We got potential energy U dash theta equal to minus P vector dot E vector minus Q square by 4 pi epsilon naught 2a. Okay, I have already written the two equations. The two equation I have written here, equation number 2 and equation number 6. You can check. Now these two equations differ by a constant. The two equations are same except there is a extra term. What is the extra term? In equation 6 we have minus q square by 4 pi epsilon naught 2a. Now we will see this term here. Q square, that is charge square, 4 is a constant, pi is a constant, epsilon naught is a constant, and 2a distance between the two charges is a constant. For a system of two charges, that means for a dipole, this term q square by 4 pi epsilon 2a is a constant. That means potential energy equal to minus of P dot T, and this is a constant is added here. So here, as potential energy is not dependent or it is independent of any constant, we can drop the second term which is a constant here. So we can write potential energy equal to minus of P vector dot E vector. Now here, see student, we got the final formula, that is potential energy for a dipole in an external field. What is the formula? That is U theta equal to minus P vector dot E vector. That means potential energy is negative here. What is the meaning of negative potential energy? I have explained here the potential energy of a system, that is dipole, which consists of a negative and positive point charge is negative. The meaning of the potential energy is negative means, if we want to separate the two charges, then work must be done against the electric field in moving the two charges apart. We have to do some work against the electric field to move the charges. Okay, it is for sure we can understand that we have two charges, one is positive and one is negative, so there is a force of attraction. So if you want to move the charges apart, we have to do some work. Okay, so we have to do some work must be done against the electric field in moving the charges apart. So potential energy of a system, that is of a dipole, is negative, that is U theta equal to minus of P vector dot E vector.